A community is connections. We're committed to ensuring people stay connected to the services they need. That's why we're participating in the FCC's Affordable Connectivity Program. Go to allofiber.com/ACP to learn more.
By Sandhills State Bank, member FDIC. Dave's Place on East 4th and North Platte. CT Troubleshooters. The Shelter Insurance Boys. Premier Toyota. And Another Round Sports Bar and Grill at River's Edge Golf Course. Today's game also brought to you in part by Great Plains Health Sports and Therapy and Great Plains Health Home Care Equipment. Bill Summers Ford, Honda, Lincoln, Nissan. The D&N Event Center. Larry's RV. Mid-Plains Community College. And Larry's Glass. And watch today's game live via your smart device or smart TV, brought to you by Allo Fiber. Here's the voice of the Dogs, Paxton Gordon.
Welcome in, everybody, here to an actually chilly, I'm going to say it, it's a little brisk and chilly Tuesday after a holiday. Girls varsity softball action, North Platte High School taking on Hastings St. Cecilia, or Hastings Catholic Schools, whoever you would ask. But here it's Hastings St. Cecilia. The 8-3 Blue Jays taking on the now 5-7 North Platte High School Bulldogs, who are now currently sitting, that's right, on a 3-game winning streak, taking down Gehring on Saturday, as well as Gothenburg and Shattern as well. So it was a 7-2 victory over Shattern, an 8-0 victory over Gothenburg, and then a 1-0 victory over Gehring. And I'm telling you, ever since that Kearney game where the Bulldogs finally got over the hump and picked up their first victory, this team has felt like a completely different team this season. I'm telling you, that confidence of that win has been building and building and building as the team games are just getting better. This North Platte squad is. Pitching is getting even better. Skylar Bedlin as well as Santa McIntyre just having themselves a lights out, really second part of this first, well, I would say first half. We're actually almost halfway done with the season. But really this first half, it's really starting to pick up towards the end of the first half of this season for North Platte and the pitching squad. And then, of course, the hitting has just stayed consistent, getting on base and then executing on those hits to score. And that's really been the key for this North Platte squad. They've been able to score when they get somebody on the base path. Sometimes that's kind of the toughest part for some teams. They'll get runners on, they just won't know how to get them home. Well, the Bulldogs have been able to do so, whether it be a sacrificed bunt, some singles in the outfield, even some doubles. But it is going to be a great game today. Again, 8-3 are the Blue Hawks compared to the 5-7 North Platte High School Bulldogs. Here, Quick Stop pregame show, 27 locations open 24 hours a day. Quick Stop always open right around the corner. Well, now we're going to have a little update schedule-wise. This Thursday during the softball game, home-wise, it will be senior night. On the second half, of course, it'll be a doubleheader, so it'll be first game, and then during that half, they'll have senior night, then the second game. So with that is when the senior night will be going for the side of North Platte High School for the senior squad. So here we go. We're in the Quick Stop pregame show. Again, 27 locations open 24 hours a day. Quick Stop always open right around the corner. I don't know what's going on here. I think so. They're getting ready for, I believe, their coaches meeting is what's going to be going on. But again, Bulldogs looking to make it 4 in a row against Hastings St. Cecilia before they are at home against Lincoln Southeast in a doubleheader. Again, that is going to be senior day for the Bulldogs.
Okay.
So we'll step aside and take a quick break here. Quick Stop pregame show. We come back, we'll have the national anthem and then, of course, the start of today's game between the Blue Hawks and the Bulldogs here. FM 98.1, AM 1410, and live streaming sponsored by Allo Communications, NorthPlattePost.com.
Start your day with gourmet coffee with Quick Stop's 100% Arabica house blend and Quick Stop's Seattle Buzz coffees. Quick Stop Rewards offering exclusive discounts and fuel rollbacks. Savings up to 15 cents per gallon with Sinclair Dino Pay using your debit or credit card. Quick Stop can refresh with Frazzle Gourmet Slushes and For Real Shakes and Smoothies. Or customize your favorite fountain drink with flavor shots and everyday low prices on your favorite beers.
Always something right around the corner. Quick Stop.
Your husband is pretty handy to have around. He makes the world's best mac and cheese. He's in the Tickle Monster Hall of Fame. And he can teach anyone how to throw strikes. But a busted pipe and a basement full of water?
Honey, I think we need a plumber.
Is a little out of his league. That's where a homeowner's policy from Shelter Insurance comes in handy. We'll help get your house back in order and your husband back to what he does best.
Find me, Brent Rogo, at 502 East Francis.
Mary is trying the new Philly-style Runza sandwich.
You know, Rocky was set in Philadelphia.
Wonder if he ever had a Philly-style Runza sandwich.
Yo, Adrian, I love these green peppers, onions, steak, and Swiss.
We should go do boxing later.
You haven't seen Rocky, have you?
Not at all. Been too busy eating the new Philly-style Runza sandwich. Because from the way we make it to the way it makes you feel, Runza makes it all better.
I'm Jared Remus with Jerry Remus Chevrolet of North Platte. The Bulldogs play here on FM 98.1 and 1410 AM KOOQ AM North Platte. We've got the keys to your new car.
This is the Bulldog pregame show from FM 98.1 and 1410 AM. Presented by Quick Stop. Always open right around the corner. Quick Stop. Stop.
Welcome back here to the Dowhauer Sports Complex. It is time for our Double Dips Ice Creamery starting lineup. Double Dips Ice Creamery in the historic Canteen District in North Platte offers 24-plus different flavors. A hand-dipped ice cream served in a variety of ways. Double Dips also offers homemade waffle cones and bowls alongside homemade fudge and freshly baked desserts. Hey, plus they also have the ice cream trailer for outdoor desserts. That's still happening. We'll start here on the side of the Blue Hawks here today. Leading off in center field, Kyler Widener with Easy Coles in left field batting second. Paisley Mangers at the third hitting spot here, coming in third at the designated hitter. Grace Ganantra
The third baseman
is will be the right fielder in today's game. She's batting in the 4-hole. Audrey Russo is pitching today. She's the 5-hole hitter. Avery Kissinger at second base with Brooke Bulkey on at first base in the 7-hole. And the 8-hole hitter, Tatum Krikak, and then Chloe Rozzo will be the people for the side of North Platte when it comes to their side of hitting here. Oh, excuse me, as well with Abby Masalik will be also hitting today for the side of the Blue Hawks. As before we get into the side of the Bulldogs, we're going to step aside and take a break for the national anthem, and then when we come back, we'll get you North Platte starting lineup as well the start of the game here, FM 98.1, AM 1410, and of course live streaming NorthPlattePost.com.
Play ball.
Maintained lush greens and breathtaking views. After your golf game, swing into another round for some amazing food and drinks. Remember, they're open to the public. Good times, great food, drinks, and sports. Another Round Sports Bar at River's Edge Golf Course. Come have another round with them.
North Platte Post Sports.
Welcome back here. It is game time, but let's get into North Platte's starting lineup here. Double-sized Creamery starting lineup for North Platte High School. Of course, leading off, Brooklyn Dybert at second base with Jaylee Comer in center field. She'll be the 2-hole hitter. Macy Freeze will be the 3-hole hitter, batting shortstop with Skylar Bedlin will be on the mound here yet again for the Bulldogs in the 4-hole. Sienna McIntyre at third base. She'll be the 5-hole hitter. Heaven Hutchinson behind the mound. She's the 6-hole hitter. Chloe Bearkiller on out at first base is the 7-hole hitter with Emma Shannon in left field, 8-hole hitter, and then Ella Harmon in right field. She is the 9-hole hitter for North Platte High School. As we get underway here today, North Platte High School at home taking on Hastings, St. Cecilia, and the Blue Hawks. Getting on the mound for today, Skylar Bedlin. She, of course, is 1-2 in her game so far this season. She's given up 21 earned runs, as well with an ERA of 6.785, which is much better than where it was to start this season, which was above 15 through those games. Her whip is at a 2.169 for the side of Skylar Bedlin. She's given up a batting average of 409 against opponents she is pitching, as that first pitch is a smidge outside for ball number 1 to the leadoff batter in today's game for the side of the Blue Hawks, Kyler Widener. So far in this season, when it comes to total strikeouts for Skylar Bedlin, she has 16 on the year compared to the 77 of Sienna McIntyre. McIntyre, more of that speed pitcher that can blow it right past you and really change it up. But Skylar Bedlin, more of a controlled type pitcher. She'll get you into a count that's unfavorable and just try to work you down from there, as it's a 1-1 count now, is just a little too low. With that, it's ball number 2, 2-1. Last time I saw Skylar Bedlin was last week for the side of North Platte High School when they were taking on Grand Island Central Catholic. And she had a very, very strong game where she went the complete game and that 9-4 victory for the side of North Platte. And looked really strong as that one is swung on and missed by Widener. Had a really, and that was kind of the thing that was much different than it was from the first couple of starts for the side of Bedlin. Her control was much better. She seemed to really have got into a nice rhythm early, and Hastings St. Cecilia, Hastings St. Cecilia, that one is lightly tapped into left field for a base hit, a leadoff hit from Kyler Widener.
Widener doubles to left field.
As it was Grand Island Central Catholic,
The left fielder, number 5, Izzy Coles.
But she got into a nice rhythm early. Really, Grand Island Central Catholic couldn't get any momentum against Skylar Bedlin, and the Bulldogs offense just really provided good support. And because of that, well, there's a runner at second now. And because of that, they helped pick the Bulldogs up their first back-to-back win all season. Next up to bat is Izzy Coles. That one's in there for strike number 1 from Skylar Bedlin. Widener's now on over at second. So that was a leadoff double from Kyler Widener on a very, very light blooper into the outfield. Currently the count now sits against still 0-1 into Izzy Coles. That one's too high. Ball number 1, it's 1-1 the count now. Following Coles, Paisley Mangers and Abby Musalik. As here comes that 1-1 from Bedlin. That one popped up, driven towards center field. Jaylee Comer's going to get under it, and she gloves it, tagging up as Widener. Great throw from Comer. Does it get there? Oh, good heavens, just so close. Jaylee Comer with the rocket launcher in center field. Almost got Kyler Widener to third, but following that sacrifice,
Paisley Mangers.
Paisley Mangers will now come to bat. I'm telling you, that was almost a beautiful second out from Jaylee Comer. She caught it and almost got the runner advancing to third, but she successfully makes it, so there's a runner at third, and the first pitch into Mangers is there. Strike number 1, it's 0-1 the count now. Well, we'll make that 1-1 as that pitch is a little too low. I think that's been the big positive from Skylar Bedlin's most recent outings. Is the first start this season, she was having some control issues in terms of where she was going to place some of her off-speed pitches that allowed for some easy hits. As that one's rocketed down the third base line / Sienna McIntyre. And with that, 1 run will come across for the side.
Mangers with the RBI single
of the Blue Hawks.
Catcher number 9.
On Hastings St. Cecilia. Because of that, it's already 1-0. But really, again, to talk about for Skylar Bedlin, her location these last couple of games and the last couple of starts has been much better. Really finding better locations inside the strike zone that have left the batters a little confused. And so far, trying to continue that trend, but already trailing 1-0 here. That pitch is slowly rolled to Macy Freeze. It gets out of her glove. She's going to throw it to second. It gets past the second baseman, Brooklyn Dybert. And because of that, the runner will get on following the fielder's choice.
Runners are safe on the air.
But that's an error on the side of Dybert as Macy Freeze couldn't hold on to the baseball, or the softball. And then because of that, overthrew it to Brooklyn Dybert. And with that, 2 runners are now on for Hastings St. Cecilia for Grace Ganatra. This season for one Grace Ganatra. Actually, there's no statistics on Max Prep, so I'm just going to cry a little bit. So 2 runners are on now for the Blue Hawks with Paisley Mangers on over at second and Abby Musalik at first for Ganatra versus Skylar Bedlin. There is 1 out here in this top of the first, 1-0 in favor of Hastings St. Cecilia and the Blue Hawks. There's a force out at every base but home as that one slowly rolled on over to Chloe Bearkiller, who's going to throw it over to first and get the easy out. She was trying to extend it to third, but Chloe Bearkiller made the right decision after knowing she couldn't. Threw it to Dyberts at first, and there's 2 down now in this inning as Aubrey Rosso now comes up to bat with runners now at second and third for the Blue Hawks. Mangers at third and Musalik at second. Still 1-0 lead for Hastings St. Cecilia. with, again, Andre Rousseau, the pitcher, now up to bat versus Bedlin. That pitch is going to find its way in there. Strike number 1 to Rousseau. 0-1 the count now. 2 down here, top of the first. 1-0 lead for Hastings St. Cecilia and the Blue Hawks. The 0-1 pitch. That one slowly rolled on over to Macy Freeze, who gloves it, rockets it on over the first in time. And that is how this top of the first will come to an end, not before one run did come across to the side of the Blue Hawks. We now move to the bottom of the first inning. Trailing by 1 is North Platte. 1-0. We come back. FM 98.1, AM 1410, and of course via live streaming, sponsored by Allo Communications, NorthPlattePost.com.
Sandhill State Bank is a bank for Sandhillers. Families, entrepreneurs, teachers, nonprofits, farmers, nurses, contractors, ranchers, stylists, artists, retailers, professionals, outfitters, restaurateurs, mechanics. It takes all of us to make the Sandhills prosper, and Sandhill State Bank is here to help. Open an account today at sandhillstate.com/open or visit one of our 10 locations across the Sandhills to start growing the Sandhills together. Sandhill State Bank, member FDIC.
Your health is nothing to fool with. That's why when supplies are important, you should trust no one but the best. Great Plains Home Care Equipment features full home care outfits. All of the items you or your loved one will need for rehabilitation, including oxygen and respiratory equipment, whether it's for staying at home or for moving around. Great Plains Home Care Equipment, 600 East Francis Street, Suite 6 in North Platte.
Your health is our mission. Great Plains Health.
North Platte Post Sports.
Welcome back here to the Auhauer Sports Complex. Currently, it's 1-0 in favor of Hastings St. Cecilia and the Blue Hawks in the bottom of the first inning. They got 1 run on 2 hits. No errors on their side. North Platte did commit 1 error. And because of that, no run did come across. So, first up to bat for North Platte here in this inning is Brooklyn Dybert, hitting .227 on the season with an OPS of .670. Of course, Dybert been leading off all season, 3 RBIs as well, and a home run. That home run coming against Kearney and the Bearcats a couple of weeks ago. We're facing off against Andre Rousseau as that first pitch is fouled off for strike number 1. Dybert again, a stalwart on over at second base for a couple of years now. Comes into this game looking to get this offense to continue rolling for North Platte, which has been putting up consistent runs. A beautiful bunt laid down by Brooklyn Dybert. She's going to make her way safely on to first.
Dybert safe on the infield hit.
The leadoff single bunt that absolutely stumped Hastings St. Cecilia, as Abby Musalik and Rousseau were really not close to that bunt, and because of that, Dybert with the leadoff bunt gets aboard. And that's been the game for North Platte that's kind of been undersung the last couple of years, has been the bunting game. Absolutely on point is now it's Jaylee Comer's turn to come up to bat. This year for Jaylee Comer, so far in the statistics here it says she has yet to record a hit, which I think is no good because I think she laid some good bunts down. Another bunt, not going to be there in time, but moves Brooklyn Dybert on over to second. So Comer sacrifice bunts.
Macy Freeze.
Brooklyn Dybert on over to second base, but I know Comer most certainly has a hit. I think that's just a statistical error, but now up comes Macy Freeze with a runner now at second base for North Platte High School. She's having a great start to this season. .303 batting average with an .846 OPS. Only 3 RBIs on this season, but also comes in with 1 triple, has Brooklyn Dybert on over at second base. It's a 1-1 count now to one Macy Freeze. With 1 out here in this bottom of the first inning. Rousseau's pitch is tight inside and it'll find the mark. For strike number 2, it's 1-2 the count now to one Macy Freeze. Again, Brooklyn Dybert at second. Bulldogs trailing 1-0 in this ball game. 1 run on 2 hits, no errors for Hastings St. Cecilia as the 1-2. That's too low, gets away from the catcher Musalik, and with that, Brooklyn Dybert's going to make her way over to second.
Dybert advances on the
passed up ball, and with that, the runner is just even more closer to that home plate mark. just a couple of feet away, and with that, it's a 2-2 count to the shortstop, Macy Freeze. Freeze looking to make up for that forced error in the top of the first inning. No run did come across on that error. She skies that one, drifting out into right field, and it's going to fall in between both of them. Macy Freeze is going to make her way maybe on over to third. No, they're going to bring her on to third base. Oh, she doesn't get there in time, and I think head coach Leah O'Donnell-Greeno told Freeze to stop, but with the speed she was running, she thought she could have done it. She was so close to, but she does score the runner, Brooklyn Dybert, on over.
Number 2 brings up the pitcher, number 28, Skylar
from
Bedlam.
third, so now we're tied here for the side of North Platte High School. She almost got it. She was trying to extend that double into a triple, but gets tagged out instead. Great throw from right field from Grace Ganatra. So with that, 2 are down now for Skylar Bedlin to come up to bat. Bedlin on the season so far for North Platte. Currently sitting at .344 batting average, a .926 OPS. She does have 1 home run and leads the team in RBIs with 12. So far with an 0-2 count against her. And a tied ball game. He's doing a little work here. She slowly rolls that on over to Bulky and first, and that is how this inning will come to an end. But not before 1 run did come across for North Platte. We are all tied up here as we make our way to the top of the second. Of course, our timeout sponsored in part by Kevin McGann and the Fortify Group. We'll have more when we come back here, FM 98.1, AM 1410, and video live streaming sponsored by Hallow Communications, NorthPlattePost.com.
20 this year, and we plan to celebrate all year long. Since 2003, Hallow has vowed to put customers first and deliver a drastically different experience. No matter where you live, work, or play, we believe you deserve an affordable, secure, and reliable connection. We're proud to have served our businesses and residents with seriously fast fiber optic service for 2 decades. Thank you for trusting Hallow as your local internet, phone, and TV provider. Follow us on social media to know about the 20th anniversary celebrations in all our Hallow communities.
With a whole lot of things being so expensive these days, you'll be surprised to know you can buy an RV for under $20,000. The Sunray Travel Trailers at Larry's RV in North Platte. Sunrays give you the opportunity to enjoy the outdoors while still enjoying some home comforts like AC, water, heater, refrigerator, and stovetops. Just some of the features you'll find in a Sunray. Plus, Sunrays are lightweight and most can even be pulled with a car. Stop in today and see the Sunray 129 and 149 models and the Sunray Light 16 HB at Larry's RV in North Platte.
North Platte Post Sports.
Welcome back here to the top of the second inning. Our timeout's brought to you in part by Kevin McGann and the Fortify Group. You can check out Kevin McGann and the Fortify Group. His new location, 621 South Dewey, Suite B, alongside our other sponsors, another round / Rivers Edge Golf Course. After your golf game, swing into another round for some amazing food and drinks. As it's Avery Kissinger who'll be up to bat first off here in this top of the second inning. I know what you're all going to say on the video stream. I had the sponsors up during the whole half inning. I know you can get me on that one. But we are all ready to rock and roll again, coming after a 3-day weekend. Tough one. As that one is slowly rolled down the third base side foul. It's a quick 0-2 count from Skylar Bedlin into Avery Kissinger. As Brooke Bolke is on deck and Tatum Krikak is in the hole for the side of Hastings St. Cecilia. It's tied 1-1 as the 0-2 is skied straight on up. Going to be called by Macy Freeze, and she'll get there and glove it. For out number 1, an easy fly out.
Shortstop for out number 1.
With that one down here in this top of the second inning is Brooke
Bolke.
As Brooke Bolke is now up to bat for the side of the Blue Hawks. Again, 1 run on 2 hits, no errors for the Blue Hawks of Hastings St. Cecilia. 1 run on 1 hit and 1 error for North Platte. As that pitch from Skylar Bedlin sneaks its way in for strike number 1. That error came in the top of the first when Macy Freeze tried to connect a double play to Brooklyn Dybert at second, but threw it a little too far away. It's the lone error of this ball game. The 0-1 count to Bulk. He is ground right back to Skylar Bedlin on to first in plenty of time. And with that, 2 are down here, and this is really how
brings up
The start for Skylar Bedlin against Grand Island Central Catholic win. A lot of good ground balls, really good pitches, and it led to a Bulldog victory. And so far for Bedlin, she's off to another strong start with Tatum Krikiak up to bat for the Blue Hawks with 2 down here in this top of the second inning. As that first pitch, though, is down low for ball number 1 to Krikiak. Again, our sponsors for today's game, Dave's Place Pizza and Wings. You can find out more on 1510 East 4th Street. The 1-0, oh, that's too high. Ball number 2 from Skylar Bedlin. And I think one of the things you can also take away from that Hastings St. Cecilia game is also how well Skylar Bedlin was at getting ahead in the count instead of being behind. As that one slowly rolled on over to Macy Free. She guns it to first, and it will be there in time. A quick 1-2-3 inning in the top of the second inning. We're going to make our way now to the bottom of the second. No runs on no hits, no errors for the Blue Hawks. And with that, well, no North Platte errors, but no hits for the Blue Hawks. We're going to make our way now, bottom of the second inning here on FM 98.1, AM 1410. Of course, video live streaming sponsored by Allo Communications, NorthPlattePost.com.
Family first. My dad used to tell us that all the time. But family first wasn't just something he'd say to us. It was how he lived every day of his life. And it's how I try to live mine too.
At Shelter Insurance, our agents are dedicated to helping provide personalized auto, home, and life protection that puts your family first.
See me, Matthew Mussman, on how I can help your auto, home, and life needs.
The DNN Event Center wishes everyone a great school year. Fall can mean weather changes and canceled practices. The DNN offers hourly rentals for all types of sports practices, including turf, courts, batting cages, and equipment usage. Watch Facebook for CYS League information to get your 3rd through 6th grader registered for football, volleyball, basketball, and wrestling for the 2023-2024 season. Call the DNN Event Center to schedule your team's practice times and for more league information.
North Platte Post Sports.
Welcome back here to the bottom of the second inning, tied 1 apiece at the Dowhauer Sports Complex, with up to bat being Sienna McIntyre for North Platte. Again, our timeouts are brought to you in part by Kevin McGann in the Fortify Group. You can check out Kevin McGann, the Fortify Group, his new location, 621 South Dewey, Sweet B. This year for Sienna McIntyre, having another strong season, .312 with an .871 OPS. Only 1 RBI to her name, but 4 doubles. That pitch from Audrey Russo is outside, and with that, 1-1 the count now to McIntyre. Following McIntyre, Heaven Hutchinson, and then Chloe Bearkiller for North Platte. She checks swings, but that one, she didn't go around, and it's outside. Ball number 2. It's 2-1 the count now. North Platte tied here. 1 run on 2 hits, no errors for Hastings St. Cecilia and the Blue Hawks. 1 run on 1 hit and 1 error for North Platte. That off speed just outside once again. It's ball 3. It's 3-1 the count now. McIntyre looking to get on base with the walk. She already has 2 this season, 2 walks this season for the Bulldogs. Looking to make it 3 right here. 3-1. That one turned on and fouled off the bat of McIntyre for strike number 2. It's 3-2 the count now. Thank you again to our sponsors for today's game. CT Computer Services, your IT guy since 2005, located on 905 South Willow. 3-2. Slowly grounded on over to second base. Gloved up by Avery Kissinger on to first in time. And there's out number 1 here in this bottom of the second inning. Now coming up to bat for North Platte, Heaven Hutchinson. This year, Hutchinson hitting .294 after batting close to .400 for the first couple of weeks. She's kind of cooled off. Now hitting .294 with a .755 OPS. 1 home run and the second highest RBI count on North Platte with 10. As the pitch from Russo is right down the center for strike number 1 to the catcher, Hutchinson. Chloe Bearkiller on deck with Emma Shannon in the hole for North Platte High School. Again, tied right now, 1 apiece. Well, that pitch way too low. It's 1-1 the count now, up to 19 pitches for Audrey Russo. 13 strikes and 6 balls. As it's a 1-1 count, Russo delivers. Way outside of that off speed. It's 2-1 now. For the side of Evan Hutchinson, who's up to bat, looking pretty good once again from the batter's box. Bulldogs tied 1-1, bottom of the second inning. Russo gets the sign and will deliver. Oh, that one lightly hit back up to the pitcher, Audrey Russo, on to first, and plenty of time. That looked like it would have been a well-solid hit. She got all of the contact on it. Couldn't do so she grounds right back out to the pitcher. And now here comes Chloe Bearkiller up to bat. So far this season for Chloe Bearkiller, she has yet to record a hit in her six at-bats for North Platte. She does, though, have an RBI to her name. So far looking for the first hit of this inning for North Platte, with that pitch being in there and high, though. Strike number 1. It's an 0-1 count now into Chloe Bearkiller, playing first base yet again for the Bulldogs. As Russo gets back into the circle, ready to rock and roll. Rock and roll. 0-1. She turns on one to the left field. It's going to find itself in the gap. She's going to make her way. Was going to, but a great cutoff from the center fielder, Kyler Widener. Slash a 2-out single.
Singles to center field
from Chloe Bearkiller. Her first hit of the season. And with that, North Platte now has a runner on the base paths for Emma Shannon. Emma Shannon so far leading the team in batting average with only 5 at-bats, though. So she has a perfect 1,000 OPS, 1 single and a double with 2 RBIs to her name. As Emma Shannon has Chloe Bearkiller at first. That pitch way outside. Ball number 1. 1-0 to 1, Emma Shannon. Following Shannon, Ella Harmon, the 9-hole hitter, then back to the top of the order with Brooklyn Dybert. As Russo gets back into the batter's box here, bottom of the second inning. Here comes that 1-0, swung on and missed by Shannon for strike number 1. It's 1-1 the count now. Also, thank you to our sponsors for today's game, Sandhill State Bank, the most committed brand in banking with locations in North Platte, Ogallala, Grand, and many more. Head to sandhillstate.com for a full list of services and locations. That 1-1 is swung on way out. 1-2 is swung on way outside for strike number 3. And with that, we're going to make our way to the top of the third inning. One runner was left on one hit. And with that, we'll move our way to the top of the third. Of course, when we come back, more Bulldogs softball here on FM 98.1. AM 1410 and video live streaming sponsored by Allo Communications, North Platte. NorthPlattePost.com.
Whether you're a weekend warrior, youth, or professional athlete, the Great Plains Health Sports Medicine Team has you covered. The team includes orthopedic surgeons, athletic trainers, and other healthcare specialists who spend their time at local high school and college sporting events, ensuring that athletes stay as injury-free as possible. In the event of an injury, the team remains committed to returning athletes to competition as quickly and safely as possible.
Contact the Great Plains Health Sports Medicine Team by calling 308-568-7456.
Hey, looking to start a new career? Larry's Glass in North Platte may just have the position for you, as they have an opening for a glazer. What does this glass glazer do? Installs glass in commercial and residential areas, and you'll be installing windows, doors, showers, mirrors, and so much more dealing with glass. If you've been or had carpenter experience in the past, this position may be just the fit for you. And even if you haven't and you have a certain skill set, Larry's Glass will train. Stop into Larry's Glass on West 5th Street today to apply.
I'm Jared Remus with Jerry Remus Chevrolet of North Platte. The Bulldogs play here on FM 98.1 and 1410 AM KOOQ AM North Platte. We've got the keys to your new car.
North Platte Post Sports.
Welcome back here to the Dow Howard Sporting Complex. Currently, it is the top of the third inning with Kyler Widener, the center fielder, up to bat. She doubled in her first plate appearance for the side of Hastings St. Cecilia. Again, our timeouts and our happening breaks brought to you in part by Kevin McGann and the Fortify Group. You can check out Kevin McGann and the Fortify Group. His new location, 621 South Dewey, Suite B. It's currently a 1-1 count into one Kyler Widener. Following Widener, For Hastings St. Cecilia, Izzy Coles, and then Paisley Mangers. That one slowly ground on over to Macy Free. She'll get there. Oh, safe at first from Kylie Widener. Bang, bang play at first base, and that is an infield single on the side of Hastings St. Cecilia. Almost had it. Was Macy Freeze as Izzy Coles is up to bat for the side of Hastings St. Cecilia. She'll lay the bunt down. Picked up by McIntyre on over to first in time. They'll get Izzy Coles at first, but again, that will easily bring the runner on over to second base as Paisley Mangers now makes her way up to bat. Again, our thank you to our sponsors for today's game. Premier Toyota. Premier Toyota just south of I-80 in North Platte invites you to step out and take a test drive here today. Mangers is 1 for 1 as she just barely slid one past Shanna McIntyre at third base. She'll foul that one off for strike number 1. 0-1 the count. Abi Musalik as well as Grace Ganatra up to bat following this at-bat from Mangers. Widener on over at second. Did score when she got on base last time. Way up high throw from the side of Skylar Bedlin. So it's a 1-1 count into Mangers as Bedlin delivers. That one once more a little too far outside. There's ball 2, 2-1 the count now. Wind is really playing spoiler in today's game. It is blowing mighty hard from left to right field. It's going to be tough to get balls out of the ballpark as that one is skied straight up into the air. As calling it's going to be Brooklyn Dybert, and she won't get there to glove it again. The wind playing spoiler, talked about it already. Dybert trying to get it, and then was just watching the wind blow it back and forth, up and down, left and right, in circles and barrel rolls. And unfortunately for one Brooklyn Dybert, it falls right in front of her. And with that, getting on to first is Paisley Mangers with the hit. And with that, 2 runners are on with 1 out for Abby Musalik. She reached on an error in her last plate appearance for the Blue Hawks. As Bedlin now looking to get out of this inning without giving up a run. That one, I say that is skied in the left field for a base hit. That will easily score. Widener on over from third base. That's a single, and with that, another run comes across for the side of Hastings St. Cecilia. That's their third hit today, and with that, 1 run does come across, and with that, it's 2-1 in favor of the Blue Hawks against Grace Ganatra. She looks to lay the bunt down, but it's going to sneak its way in for strike number 1. Good pitch from Skylar Bedlin. As again, Ganatra grounded out in her first plate appearance. Audrey Russo and then Avery Kissinger on deck and in the hole for the side of Hastings St. Cecilia. Currently a 2-1 lead for the Blue Hawks. She looks to lay another one down, but that is no good. That's strike number 2 as Ganatra misses. So it's quick 0-2 count into Ganatra. So Bedlin looking for a strikeout here to at least get to the second out. And maybe limit the damage. 0-2 the count into Grace Ganatra. That one slowly rolled on over to Dybert at second. The throw to first will be in time. So that will advance the batters. But it will be the second out of this inning.
The second baseman for out number 2.
So now that brings up to bat
number 44,
Audrey Russo, who's now 0 for 1 today. She grounded out to Macy Freeze in her first plate appearance. So all the runs have come from from Kyler Widener getting across home with her speed. But from that point on, the Bulldogs have done a good job of limiting the scoring from the Blue Hawks as that pitch from Bedlin is outside. Ball number 1 to Russo. Correction, they can call that a strike. I'm telling you, it looked like there was a little outside there. So It's now 0-1 the count following the correction on the strike. So that one will be outside that time. That was in the exact same position. So it's 1-1 the count now to one Audrey Russo. 2 runners on. Paisley Mangers on over at third, and then that'd be Musalik at second. The 1-1. That's high, but not in there for ball number 2. It's 2-1 the count now for Audrey Russo. Again, runners in scoring position for the Blue Hawks as Bedlin will fire away. Rocking it on over to Sienna McIntyre to the throw to first is in plenty of time. And with that, this inning will officially come to an end, not before one run does come across for the side of Hastings St. Cecilia on their 3 hits here. So we now make our way to the bottom of the third inning with no North Platte errors. North Platte trailing 2-1. We come back here, FM 98.1, AM 1410, and of course video live streaming sponsored by Allo Communications, NorthPlattePost.com.
It's football and volleyball season, and it's time to enjoy it while eating the best pizza and wings at Dave's Place.
Dave's Place is your fall sports headquarters with the biggest games on the TVs, the freshest pizza, and all new drink specials, including, you guessed it, the
Dave's Place on East 4th Street in North Platte.
Dine in, carry out, DoorDash, or online at davesplacenp.com. Beginning September 10th, Dave's Place will open Sundays at 11 o'clock.
Puro Clean of North Platte delivers fast water, mold, and fire damage restoration services to the North Platte area. Puro Clean knows how challenging those times can be to you and to your family. Their Nebraska-based experts have a winning, reliable combination of training and equipment partnerships. Local, fast service in the North Platte area. Their average on-site time is 60 minutes, and they'll coordinate with your local insurance provider. Give Puro Clean a call now at 1-800-775-7876 and schedule a visit from a member of the team at Puro Clean in North Platte.
North Platte Post Sports.
Welcome back here to the bottom of the third inning. North Platte currently trailing now 2-1. 2 runs on 5 hits, no errors for Hastings St. Cecilia and the Blue Hawks. 1 run on 3 hits, 1 error for North Platte High School and the Bulldogs. Of course, our timeouts and half innings are brought to you in part by Kevin McGann and the Fortify Group. You can check out Kevin McGann and the Fortify Group at his new location, 621 South Dewey, Suite B. As Ella Harmon will lead off this inning with a strike here as she fouls that off. Strike number 1. Also, thank you to our sponsors for today. Our premier video sponsor, Allo Communications. Allo Communications has packages that let you experience fast, reliable fiber internet, fiber TV, and fiber phone online at allofiber.com. As Harmon was looking to lay the bunt down in her first plate appearance, or in her first at-bat here in the swing. She missed, and now she's going to look to be going. It's 1-1 the count now, following the ball from Audrey Russo. Again, Bulldogs trailed by 1, 2-1 here in this bottom of the third inning. Swung on light blooper. It's going to fall in for a base hit from Ella Harmon. A little short on the bat where she hit it, but it finds its way just barely down fair the right field side. And with that, that's the first hit of this ball game for Ella Harmon. She gets on, and that's a scary proposition for the side of Hastings St. Cecilia because Harmon's got some wheels on over at first and is a steal threat before even thinking about laying the bunt down from Brooklyn Dybert, who's up to bat. But she already showed that Dybert's got some good bunting ability, laid one down to lead this ball game off. Later scored. It's currently 2-1. She lays out another one. Oh, it's going to fall foul for strike number 1 from Brooklyn Dybert. Again, she got out with a bunt in her first plate appearance. Bulldogs trailing 2-1 here in the bottom of the third inning. Ella Harmon on over at first, following Dybert, Jaylee Comer, and then Macy Freeze for North Platte. So Russo gets back into the circle, ready to rock and roll as Dybert back into the batter's box. She'll get the sign and deliver the 0-1. Looking to lay down another bunt. There goes Harmon on over to second. She didn't get there safely in time to steal second base.
Harmon safe on
Ella Harmon is able to make sure she does it correctly and gets there in time. And it's currently an 0-2 count now into Brooklyn Dybert, who now officially goes swinging with Harmon out at second for the Bulldogs. 0-2 the count now to Brooklyn Dybert. Harmon at second. Russo ready to rock and roll. She'll get the side. Here comes the 0-2. Oh, that's way tight inside, but the home plate umpire is going to say that was in the zone, and there's the first out of this inning as down goes Dybert looking.
Number 2, Jaylee Comer.
And now here comes Jaylee Comer. She tried to get on with a bunt in her last plate appearance and moved Dybert to second even though she got out. This time has Harmon at second. We'll see if she'll look to apply the bunt as, again, Chloe Russo as well as the first baseman Brooke Bulkier all in the infield expecting a bunt. The entire infield expecting a bunt from Comer. As she looks to lay it down right here. Pulls back as that pitch will not find its way in. Ball number 1 to Jaylee Comer. Following Comer, Macy Freeze, and then Skylar Bedlin for the Bulldogs. As, again, getting the sign, Russo will deliver to Jaylee Comer. She pulls back another one as that's going to sneak its way in for strike number 1. 1-1 the count now to one Jaylee Comer. North Platte looking to equalize the score here in the bottom of the third. They're trailing 2-1. Blue Hawks got a score last time out in their top half of the third. The pitch swung on and popped sky high as Audrey Russo gets under it, and she'll glove it. Route number 2, an easy pop-up.
Route number 2 brings up the shortstop,
Audrey
number 13, Macy
Roswell
Freeze.
And Rizzo, and now with that, here comes Macy Freeze. She doubled in her first plate appearance, but got tagged out, trying to extend it on over to third base. And now has an opportunity to tie the game up again with Ella Harmon at second base for North Platte High School. As Macy Freeze will get ready. Got the sign from the first base coach, and now Russo get the sign from home plate and deliver. That one's just barely foul tipped off by Macy Freeze for strike number 1. Skylar Bedlin is on deck with Sienna McIntyre in the hole for the side of North Platte High School. And 2-1 is the lead here in the bottom of the third inning. As Russo get the sign in from Musalik and now look to deliver the 0-1 count. That one's too low. It's going to snip away from Musalik to throw to third. Not going to be in time as following the passed up ball from Musalik, Ella Harmon's going to make her way on over to third base. And with that, another Bulldog is just a few feet away from home with a weight of the world on Macy Freeze now to see if she can bring her home. Oh, excuse me. 1-1 is just again foul tipped off by Macy Freeze. As she went for the fences on that swing. Currently, again, 1-2 the count now to the shortstop, Macy Freeze. Ella Harmon is on over at third base, threatening to score. Russo looking to get out of this inning unscathed. The 1-2. Well, that's going to be in there, strike number 3. And Macy Freeze not happy about that one, though. We'll make our way now to the top of the fourth inning. Bulldogs trailing 2-1. We come back here, FM 98.1, AM 1410, and of course, video live streaming sponsored by Allo Communications, NorthPlattePost.com.
North Platte Public Schools prepares all students to be productive, responsible citizens in a safe, caring, supporting learning environment with caring staff, engaging curriculum, clean facilities, and updated technology. You can rely on our schools giving your child the tools they need for a successful future. For more information, including enrollment and career opportunities, visit nppsd.org. North Platte Public Schools. Communicate, connect, commit.
It's not too late to dust off the golf clubs and head out to River's Edge Golf Club in North Platte. Summer may be coming to an end, but come out to River's Edge and you'll enjoy a course that features modern amenities with beautifully maintained lush greens and breathtaking views. After your golf game, swing into another round for some amazing food and drinks. Remember, they're open to the public. Good times, great food, drinks, and sports. Another Round Sports Bar at River's Edge Golf Course. Come have another round with them.
North Platte Post Sports.
Well, back here, the Dowhauer Sports Complex, it is currently 2-1 in favor of Hastings St. Cecilia and the Blue Hawks with Avery Kissinger up to bat. She flew out to Macy Freeze in her first plate appearance. Again, our half-inning breaks brought to you in part by Kevin McGann and the Fortify Group. You can check out Kevin McGann and the Fortify Group. His new location, 621 South Dewey Sweet. Beat that one from Kissinger. It's just going to barely fall in front of one. Jaylee Comer, and because of that, she's going to get on with a single here in this inning to lead off the top of the fourth. Again, our sponsors for today's game, CT Computer Services, your IT guy since 2005, located on a 905 South Willow. Check swing as a throw on over to first may have gotten Kissinger out, but Chloe Barrett-Killer just a little too far away from first, so Kissinger gets back in time for Brooke Bolke again up to bat. 0-1 the count to her as Bedlin looks again to get out of this inning unscathed and keep the lead to 1 run for the Blue Hawks as that one once again swung on by Bolke for strike number 2. It's 0-2 the count now to Brooke Bolke. Oh, correction, it's 1-1 the count. That one is once more too high from Skylar Bedlin. It's 2-1 the count now. Following Bolke, it's Tatum Krikak and then Kyler Widener for the side of Hastings St. Cecilia. As Bedlin gets ready and fires the 2-1 pitch. That one slowly rolled down the third base side, foul. It's strike number 2. We're at a 2-2 count now here in this top of the fourth inning. Kissinger on over at first. Nobody out here in this top of the fourth inning. As Skylar Bedlin looking for her first strikeout of this ball game. Swung on and we're going to say it's fouled off the bat of Brooke Bolke, so we'll still stay at 2-2 here at this at-bat. As, again, 2-1 the lead for the Blue Hawks. 2 runs on 6 hits, no errors. 1 run on 4 hit, 1 error for North Platte. Bedlin with her 2-2. Swing and a miss. There's strike number 3 as Kissinger just barely gets back, but there's a first strikeout of this ball game for Skylar Bedlin, and with that, there's 1 down here in this top of the fourth inning for one Tatum Krikak. She grounded out to Macy Freeze in her first plate appearance. Again, Avery Kissinger is on over at first base for the Blue Hawks. Bedlin again looking to get out of this inning unscathed and keep the lead to just 1 run for Hastings St. Cecilia. As that ball will be laid down from Krikak for strike number 1 as it went foul. They're trying to bunt Kissinger on to second. Again, to potentially bring on Kyler Widener, who's 2 for 2 today and could potentially score Kissinger if she makes it to second. 1 out here, top of the fourth, the 2-1 lead for Hastings St. Cecilia and the Blue Hawks. Skylar Bedlin back into the circle will now fire the 0-1. Swung on and driven to left field into that gap. It's going to make its way all the way to the fence line. That actually is going to score Avery Kissinger from a first base, and with that, the lead now increases with a 1-out double from Tatum Krikak.
The RBI double.
And with that, another run comes across for the Blue Hawks, and this lead now extends 3-1 in favor of Hastings St. Cecilia.
Brings up the center fielder number 1.
As now that brings up
Widener.
Kyler Widener. She's hit 2 singles today. And now as a runner in scoring position with Tatum Krikak on over at second base for the Blue Hawks. As Bedlin sets and fires away. As it was going to look to be the bunt being laid down by Widener, but she pulls back for strike number 1, though. Still 1 out here in this top of the fourth inning. Bulldogs trailing 3-1 against Hastings St. Cecilia. Krikak on over at second. Widener up to bat. Here comes the 0-1. Well, that pitch a little too far outside from Skylar Bedlin. It's 1-1 the count now. Following Widener, Izzy Coles, and then Paisley Mangers for the side of the Blue Hawks. Wind is calmed down just a little bit, but really not that much. As here comes the 1-1. Another bunt being laid down by Kyler Widener. So it's 1-2 the count now. Again, I understand the one out to play with. Maybe move the runner to the third and be safe with it. But with the way Widener's been hitting today, let her swing. If I was the Hastings St. Cecilia coach, but that's why I'm probably not a coach. Is once again, Bedlin now will deliver the 1-2. Swung on and missed. They let her go on that count when she was down, and with that, out goes Kyler Widener for the second strikeout of this ball game for North Platte and Skylar Bedlin. And it's Izzy Coles now up to bat. So with 2 down, the bunt attempt failed, and now potentially the runner at second could be left stranded as Bedlin delivers. That pitch, though, too high. Ball number 1. Coles today 0 for 1. Sacrifice flew out in her first plate appearance, then grounded out in her second. Has again Tatum Krickak at second base. 3-1 lead for Hastings St. Cecilia. She swings and misses for strike number 1. It's 1-1 the count now. 2-1 Izzy Coles. On deck being Paisley Mangers, then Abby Musala, in the hole for the Blue Hawks. The 1-1. Way outside, ball 2. It's 2-1 the count now to Coles. Thank you to our sponsors for today's game, Premier Toyota. Premier Toyota, just south of I-80 in North Platte, invites you to stop out and take a test drive here today. Premier Toyota, let's go places. That pitch is high in the zone. Ball number 3 to Izzy Coles from Skylar Bedlin. She has yet to allow a walk in this ball game. It's also been a very strong thing for Skylar Bedlin the last couple of weeks. Really cut down on the walks. The 3-1. Skied up, drifting towards right field, but with the wind, it's going to be pulled really foul. I mean, it was not looking foul, and then the wind really carried it all the way foul, and with that, we're full count 3-2 now to Izzy Coles with 2 down here in this top of the 4th inning. 1 run has come across for the Blue Hawks, and now lead 3-1. Bedlin looking for her 3rd strikeout of this ball game. Delivers. Skied up. Drifting on over to center field. Jaylee Comer's going to get under it, and she gloves it for out number 3. And with that, we're going to make our way to the bottom of the 3rd inning. The Bulldogs unfortunately gave up a run here. 1 run on 2 hits, no errors for the side of Hastings St. Cecilia. With that, we will come back here to the Downhauer Sporting Complex in a couple of seconds. Again, our happening breaks brought to you in part by Kevin McCann and the Fortify Group.
With a whole lot of things being so expensive these days, you'll be surprised to know you can buy an RV for under $20,000. The Sunray Travel Trailers at Larry's RV in North Platte. Sunrays give you the opportunity to enjoy the outdoors while still enjoying some home comforts like AC, water, heater, refrigerator, and stovetops. Just some of the features you'll find in a Sunray. Plus, Sunrays are lightweight and most can even be pulled with a car. Stop in today and see the Sunray 129 and 149 models and the Sunray Light 16 HP at Larry's RV in North Platte.
Family first. My dad used to tell us that all the time. But family first wasn't just something he'd say to us. It was how he lived every day of his life. And it's how I try to live mine too.
At Shelter Insurance, our agents are dedicated to helping provide personalized auto, home, and life protection that puts your family first.
See me, Pete Volz, at 501 South Jeffers for a free insurance review.
North Platte Post Sports.
Welcome back here to the Downhauer Sporting Complex. It's currently a 3-1 lead for Hastings St. Cecilia and the Blue Hawks. Here is Skylar Bedlin up to bat. She's going to loop that slowly on over to Avery Kissinger at second for out number 1. 1 pitch, 1 swing, and 1 out here to start this bottom of the 4th inning. As Sienna McIntyre now comes up. Again, our half-inning breaks brought to you in part by Kevin McGann and the Fortify Group. You can check out Kevin McGann and the Fortify Group, his new location, 621 South Dewey, Suite B. Also, thank you to our sponsors for today's game, Sandhill State Bank, the most committed brand in banking with locations in North Platte, Ogallala, Grand, and many more. Head to sandhillstate.com for a full list of services and locations as that first pitch into Sienna McIntyre is down low for ball number 1. McIntyre grounded out in her first plate appearance for North Platte, looking to get the momentum rolling and put the Bulldogs back up top as that pitch Once again, too low from Audrey Russo. It's 2 balls and no strikes into the third baseman, McIntyre. Evan Hutchinson on deck with Chloe Bearkiller in the hole for North Platte. As Russo's 2-0 pitch. Turned on, slowly going to make its way on over to short. The throw to first just barely in time, and there's 2 down here. Quick 2 up, 2 down here for North Platte High School. As great throw coming in from the shortstop, Tatum Crickag for Hastings St. Cecilia. Now here comes Evan Hutchinson up to bat for North Platte. They've gotten a good amount of hits, North Platte has, but some better defense, though, on the side of Hastings St. Cecilia, not allowing the Bulldogs to get those runs that have gotten on home. But also, his last few innings really tightening up the pitching. As now here comes the first pitch into Evan Hutchinson. I say that sky out to right field. It's out of here. Evan Hutchinson homers here in the bottom of the 4th inning. And just as I was saying, the pitching was getting better for Hastings St. Cecilia. Audrey Russo gives up a home run to Evan Hutchinson. And with that, it's 3-2 now in favor of the Blue Hawks. But the wind really helping out there, pushing that ball into the home run section out of the park. And with that, the Bulldogs now just trail by 1, 3-2 with Chloe Bearkiller up to bat. Got her first hit of the season just a couple of bats ago. Now, looking to get on once again with the Bulldogs trailing by 1. 3-2 here, bottom of the 4th inning. 3 runs on 7 hits. No errors for the side of Hastings St. Cecilia. 2 runs on 5 hits, 1 error for North Platte High School. Again, 2 outs, nobody on here in the bottom of the 4th inning, a 3-2 lead. As Bearkiller's ready to rock and roll, and so is Audrey Russo here in the single game between these two teams. As Russo gets the sign, he'll deliver the first pitch into the first baseman, Chloe Bearkiller. It's down low and outside. Ball number 1. Following Bearkiller, Emma Shannon, then Ella Harmon. As I have been sadly corrected, I've been misled by the statistic book, as Chloe Bearkiller had a hit against Grand Island Central Catholic a week ago exactly. So I'm just going to blame that one on the game changer. So nobody look at me. You didn't hear it. That was her second hit of the season. Let's just blank it out. It was her second hit of the season, and now here she comes. She singles that one. How about we make it her 3rd hit of the season? Singles into center field for a base hit.
Singles to center field.
Heard me talking the smack, saying that was her first hit. She said, how about we double that up here today? That's her 3rd hit in the last couple of games, her 2nd of the day. And with that and 2 down,
15.
another batter gets on for North Platte High School, and it's Emma Shannon who's up to bat. Shannon struck out swinging in her first plate appearance. Infield playing for a bunt from Shannon. Again, Bearkiller on over at first base for North Platte High School. Again, looking to continue this inning, trailing by 1 as that first pitch from Audrey Russo is outside for ball number 1. Want to know the count now. Russo gets the sign in from Musalik and delivers. That one going to sneak its way in around the knees for strike number 1. It's 1-1 the count now to Shannon. Again, Ella Harmon on deck with Brooklyn Dybert in the hole for the Bulldogs. As Russo fires. Turned on and just barely fouled back to the netting. That'll be strike number 2 for one Emma Shannon. Again, struck out in her first plate appearance as Chloe Bearkiller on over at first base for North Platte. They trail by 1 following the Evan Hutchinson home run to right field. Looking to tie this ball game up to enter the top of the 5th. Here comes the 1-2. That's high and away. Ball number 2. 2-2 the count now for Emma Shannon. Again, the infield playing for a bunt, specifically 1st and 3rd. As the 2-2. Swung on and missed by Shannon. She'll strike out for a second time here today. And we're going to make our way to the top of the fifth inning, but not before North Platte was able to get a run across on 1 run on 2 hits. No errors from Hastings St. Cecilia. We'll now move again. Top of the fifth inning, Bulldogs trail by 1. 3-2. We come back here, FM 98.1, AM 1410, and of course video live streaming sponsored by Allo Communications, NorthPlattePost.com.
Hey, at Premier Toyota, you'll find a friendly and easy-to-work with staff that'll help you find the perfect car. And whether you're looking for something new or pre-owned, Premier Toyota's got a wide selection of vehicles to choose from.
Plus, Premier Toyota has Toyota-trained technicians, so you know you're always getting the very best in service and repairs. Schedule your service and factory-scheduled maintenance today and keep your car running strong.
Stop by today and see why Premier Toyota is the #1 choice for car buyers. Let's go places. Hey, looking to start a new career? Larry's Glass in North Platte may just have the position for you, as they have an opening for a glazer. What does this glass glazer do? Installs glass in commercial and residential areas, and you'll be installing windows, doors, showers, mirrors, and so much more dealing with glass. If you've been or had carpenter experience in the past, this position may be just the fit for you. And even if you haven't and you have a certain skill set, Larry's Glass will train. Stop into Larry's Glass on West 5th Street today to apply.
North Platte Post Sports.
Well, back here to the Dowhauer Sporting Complex, we're going to have a pitching change here on the docket for North Platte High School, as it looks like Sienna McIntyre will be taking over at first. We'll have a new third baseman as well. Katie Titus will be taking on over at third base, and McIntyre will be on the mound for North Platte again here, trailing by 1 in this top of the fifth inning. Again, only 3 runs given up on the side by Skylar Bedlin. Another really good quality start, even though she didn't get to the full complete 7 innings like she did last time against Grand Island Central Catholic. Another good stretch from one Skylar Bedlin. But that brings up Sienna McIntyre. She's 3-1 on the season with, again, 77 strikeouts and a 3.60 ERA, a 1.071 whip. That is quite a very, very good whip on the side of North Platte High School, as, again, we got a lot of substitutions going on for North Platte. Again, defensively, Katie Titus taking on over at third with Sienna McIntyre now on the mound. Chloe Bearkiller on over at first base. First up, to bat today in this, well, not today, but to bat in this top of the fifth inning, Paisley Mangers will be batting for Hastings St. Cecilia. She's 2 for 2 today. She got one just barely past the outreach glove of third baseman Sienna McIntyre in the first inning, and then got it barely into right field in her last plate appearance over Brooklyn Dibert. And now here we go. Get a 3-2 lead for Hastings St. Cecilia as McIntyre sets and fires away. Well, that's a little too far outside from McIntyre. Ball number 1.
The designated hitter, number 15, Paisley Mangers.
1-0 the count now. Abby Musalik on deck with Grace Ganatra in the hole for the side of Hastings St. Cecilia and the Blue Hawks. That pitch is going to be once more a little too high from Sienna McIntyre. It's 2-0 the count now into Paisley Mangers as McIntyre fires the 2-0. Way outside of that one, ball 3. It's 3-0 the count now.
Is that a ball?
To Mangers as Mangers looking to walk, leading off the top of the fifth inning against McIntyre. I say that, and that's right in there for strike number 1. It's 3-1 the count now. Nobody on and nobody out here, top of the fifth inning. 3 runs on 7 hits, no errors for Hastings St. Cecilia and the Blue Hawks. I just dropped my pen. Swung on and missed by Mangers for strike number 2. 2 runs on 6 hits and 1 error for North Platte High School. Again, got the home run last inning off of Heaven Hutchinson. McIntyre delivers now the 3-2 pitch. Skied up, and it's going to bounce off of the netting, foul. So we'll stay at 3-2. So again, the only defensive substitution so far has been Katie Titus on over to third, and then of course Sienna McIntyre on the mound. And we'll have Skylar Bedlin out in left field. So one adjustment was made, as it was Emma Shannon in left, and now it's Bellins. That one's going to get on over to the fence line. Looks to be a double, as Manger's going to make her way on over to second. Oh, she might not get tagged out. Oh, heavens to Betsy's. As Mangers slides on in. Dybert had a play at second base, but couldn't hold on to the softball. But now here comes head coach Leah O'Donnell Greeno to have a talk with the outfield umpire.
The left fielder for the Lady Bulldogs is number 23, Bella Gerard.
But man, oh man. As it's up to bat now, being Grace Ganatra for the side of Hastings St. Cecilia. Again, out in left field, it's going to be Skylar Bedlin subbing in for Emma Shannon. And now courtesy running out in second base is going to be Chloe Russo for the side of Hastings St. Cecilia.
St. Cecilia is Chloe Russo.
As it's Abby Musalik now up to bat. Again, the double from Presley Mangers just barely got it in. It was a great throw from Skylar Bedlin. That's now 2 times today. The Bulldogs could have gotten a runner out as they were trying to advance to the next base pad, but just come up a couple of centimeters short. As that first pitch into Abby Musalik is strike number 1 from Santa McIntyre. It's 0-1. It's now the 8th hit of the day for Hastings St. Cecilia, as McIntyre would love to get this inning, the rest of this inning out without giving up a run. Again, trailing by 1, 3-2. McIntyre's delivered in to Musalik. Just looks like the bunt down, gloved up, but there's nobody at second base. So a beautiful glove from Sienna McIntyre, but because of the bunt attempt, the infield was playing mighty close and couldn't get Chloe Russo out at second. So there's one down in this top of the 5th inning. As now Grace Ganatra comes up to bat. She's grounded out in both her plate appearances.
Right fielder number 25, Grace
all to the right side of the field. Again, the runner at second base being Chloe Russo with one down. Going to lay the bunt down again, gloved up by Bear Killer. She'll tag out. Ganatra making her way to first. So with that, 2 are down now. That did move the runner, though, on over to third base. But with 2 down here in this top of the 5th, Santa McIntyre looking to get out without allowing the run to come home, but it is so close on over at third base. As Audrey Russo now looks to come in and bat her sister Chloe Russo home. But Santa McIntyre, once again, has been very on point. Well, of course I say that. She throws a pitch that's high and away. Ball number 1. You know, Castor Curse is real, people. 1-0 the count into Audrey Russo. Chloe Russo at third. Swing and a miss from Audrey Russo, and there's strike number 1 into the pitcher. As following Audrey Russo, Avery Kissinger, and then Brooke Bolke. McIntyre's back into the circle, ready to fire away the 1-1 pitch. Skied right up mile high, up into the air, as Chloe Titan will make her first error today, unfortunately, as the runner at third did score, and we'll have a courtesy runner yet again. So following the error from Katie Titus at third, the runner will make their way on over to second, but have a courtesy runner coming in.
Number 3, Emery Vargas.
As Emery Vargas will be courtesy running for the side of Hastings St. Cecilia, as they now increase the lead back up to 2 runs, 4-2. Vargas now at second for Avery Kissinger. She singled into center field in her last plate appearance, but flew out to Macy Freeze in her first. Again, Vargas at second. That one is going to be rocketed right to the netting for strike number 1 following the foul. Following Kissinger, Brooke Bolke, and then Tatum Krikak for the side of the Blue Hawks. Sienna McIntyre will get the sign and now deliver the 0-1 pitch into Kissinger. Swung on, a little looper, that's going to fall foul. So now it's 0-2 the count for Hastings St. Cecilia and Avery Kissinger. Bulldogs now trail 4-2, 4 runs on 8 hits, no errors. For the Blue Hawks, 2 runs, 6 hits, 2 errors for North Platte. One of those errors costing the Bulldogs a run. As McIntyre delivers the 0-2. That one fouled once more off the bat of Kissinger. 3 straight foul balls, and with that, still 0-2 the count. Thank you again to our sponsors for today's game, Sandhill State Bank, the most committed brand in banking, with locations in North Platte, Ogallala, Grand, and many more. Head to sandhillstate.com for a full list of services and locations. 0-2 is once more skied straight up into the sky, and the wind will pull it way foul. On over on the right field side for, again, an 0-2 count. Bulldogs, again, sporting a 3-game winning streak at the moment. Would love to extend that to 4, but do have a little bit of work to do here in this top of the 5th, trailing by 2 runs. Comes the 0-2 once again. Skied straight up into the heavens. Chloe Bearkiller trying to get there, and she will glove it for out number 3. And with that, the inning will come to an end, not before 1 run did come across in a North Platte error. We're going to make our way to the bottom of the 5th inning. North Platte trailing Hastings St. Cecilia by 2. 4-2. We come back here, FM 98.1 AM 1410 and video live streaming, sponsored by Allo Communications, NorthPlattePost.com.
Always something right around the corner. Quick Stop.
Save money at the pump at Quick Stop with the Dino Pay app. Dino Pay offers contactless payment using your preferred debit or credit card. The savings add up with 12 cents per gallon and even more on Tuesdays and Thursdays with rollbacks for savings of 15 cents per gallon. Huge savings. The Sinclair Dino Pay saving you at the pump. Don't forget Frazzle Gourmet Slushes and For Real Shakes and Smoothies. Gourmet coffee at everyday low prices on your favorite beers.
The North Platte Public Schools prepares all students to be productive, responsible citizens in a safe, caring, supporting learning environment with caring staff, engaging curriculum, clean facilities, and updated technology. You can rely on our schools giving your child the tools they need for a successful future. For more information, including enrollment and career opportunities, visit nppsd.org. North Platte Public Schools. Communicate, connect, commit.
I'm Jared Remus with Jerry Remus Chevrolet of North Platte. The Bulldogs play here on FM 98.1 and 1410 AM KOOQ AM North Platte. We've got the keys to your new car.
North Platte Post Sports.
Welcome back here to the Dowhauer Sporting Complex. Big update here for the North Platte Bulldog golf team, as today the Bulldogs get the W today over the Bison on the road against McCook, shooting a team 196 compared to McCook's 239. So congratulations to the North Platte Bulldogs golf team picking up a very strong victory. They've been getting better and better every single week, and with the wind being like it has been today, shooting a 196 as a team, mighty spectacular. And with that, again, picking up the victory over McCook girls golf. As now we're back here to the Dowhauer Sporting Complex. Currently, it's a 4-2 lead in favor of Hastings St. Cecilia. 4 runs on 8 hits, no errors, compared to 2 runs on 6 hits, 2 errors for North Platte High School. Is up to bat. Now going to be Ella Harmon for the Bulldogs here in this bottom of the 5th inning against still pitcher Audrey Russo. The infield is mega in for a bunt. Potential bunt attempt from Ella Harmon. I mean, I'm talking about the second baseman is in line with the pitcher. That's down low. Ball number 1. I mean, like, you couldn't be in a more bunt-heavy formation from the side of the Blue Hawks. So it'd be something if Ella Harmon can get on with a single either which way. She turns on one. It's going to fall just barely into the glove of Tatum Krickak. I mean, she had to put the wheels on to go glove that ball. And with that, there's one down here in this bottom of the 5th inning. Oh, so close. Ella Harmon getting on base there, but there's out number 1 as Brooklyn Dybert now comes up to bat. She got on with a bunt in her first plate appearance for North Platte, but struck out looking in her second. Now up against And Audrey Russo for the third time today would love to get on with a hit here to get this inning alive. Slowly grounded on over Cricket. Gloves in. It won't be to first in time. And with that, Brooklyn Diver gets on with an infield single. And with that, the Bulldogs now pick up their 7th hit of this ball game and now have Brooklyn Diver on over at first base to bring up to bat Jaylee Comer. Comer got out on a bunt in her first plate appearance, then flew out in her second. Again, has Brooklyn Divert on over at first with one down here in this bottom of the 5th inning. Our half-inning breaks are brought to you in part by Kevin McGann and the Fortify Group. You can check out Kevin McGann and the Fortify Group, his new location, 621 South Dewey, Suite B. Comer tried to lay the bunt down, but it's down low for ball number 1. 1-0 the count into, again, Jaylee Comer. Again, senior night this Thursday against Lincoln Southeast for North Platte High School, and that'll be held at the conclusion of game number 1 in between game 1 and game 2 as Comer swings and misses. Strike number 1, it's 1-1 the count now, again with Brooklyn Divert at first. Thank you again to our sponsors for today's game, Dave's Place Pizza and Wings. You can find out more, 1510 East 4th Street in North Platte. 1-1 the count. One out here. Divert on over at first as Comer slightly chips that one on back to the pitcher. Russo on to first in time.
Comer grounds out 2.
There's now 2 down in this inning with Brooklyn Divert advancing on over to second base.
Brings up the shortstop, number 13.
So here comes Macy Freeze. She struck out looking at her last plate appearance. I mean, she was so close to that call not being in there for a strike. I mean, it was pretty much 50-50. You can flip the coin and win either which way. She doubled, though, in her first plate appearance, but got out trying to extend it to third. Has, again, Brooklyn Divert at second. Looking to, again, get close to tying this game up. Bulldogs trail by 2, 4-2, bottom of the 5th inning. Russo fires. Swinging and a miss. Going to get away, though. Oh, they're going to say it barely foul tips off of Macy Freeze for strike number 1. If that got away from the side of Abby Musalik, that would have easily moved Divert to third. So Coach Greeno had a fiery conversation with Macy Freeze in between that at-bat. As now it's 0-1 the count. Russo fires way outside. Ball number 1, it's 1-1 the count now. 2 down here in this bottom of the 5th inning. It's a 2-run lead for the Blue Hawks, 4-2. Get Audrey Russo on the mound for 60 pitches, 41 strikes, and 19 balls. That one slowly grounded back on over to Russo on to first in time, and that's how this inning will come to an end. We're going to make our way now. Top of the 6th inning, Bulldogs still trailing in this one. And with that, we'll come back to more action here at FM 98.1 and 1410, a video live streaming sponsored by Allo Communications, NorthPlattePost.com.
Mary is trying the new Philly-style Runza sandwich.
You know, Rocky was set in Philadelphia.
Wonder if he ever had a Philly-style Runza sandwich.
Yo, Adrian, I love these green peppers, onions, steak, and Swiss.
We should go do boxing later.
You haven't seen Rocky, have you?
Not at all. Been too busy eating the new Philly-style Runza sandwich. Because from the way we make it to the way it makes you feel, Runza makes it all better.
CT Computer Services in North Platte is your one-stop computer shop, offering PC and Mac repair, in-shop, on-site, or remote services available for your home or business. They also offer PC sales and service of major brands like Lenovo and Dell, new and refurbished units in stock, and even custom-built PCs. Prices for every budget starting at less than $300. CT Computer Services at Phillip and Willow in North Platte, or call 534-3628. CT Computer Services, your IT guys.
North Platte Post Sports.
Going back here to the Dowhauer Sporting Complex, top of the 6th inning. Bulldogs currently trailing 4-2 with Emery Vargas up to bat. She's again pinch hitting today for the side of Hastings St. Cecilia. She'll be going up here against one Sienna McIntyre as that one swung on and fouled back to the netting for strike number 1. From Vargas. Again, our half-inning breaks brought to you in part by Kevin McGann and the Fortify Group. You can check out Kevin McGann, the Fortify Group, his new location. 621 South Dewey, Suite be. And 0-1 the count. Nobody out, nobody on. Top of the 6th inning, a 2-run lead for the Blue Hawks, 4-2. McIntyre now delivers her 0-1 pitch. That's high. Check swing from Vargas, but she didn't go around. It's ball number 1. 1-1 the count. Falling Emery Vargas, Tatum Krikak, and then back to Kyler Widener for Hastings St. Cecilia. As now here comes the 1-1 pitch from McIntyre. Too low. Ball number 2 to Emery Vargas. Again, McIntyre having a very strong season for the Bulldogs. Currently 3-1 on the year. Sporting a sub 3.5 ERA and a almost perfect 1.00 whip as that one's in there and swung on and missed by Vargas. It's now 2-2 the count. So here comes that pitch for McIntyre. Foul, skirted right back to the netting. As home plate umpire having a talk with Evan Hutchinson. Now we're all ready to rock and roll as Vargas steps back in and McIntyre steps back into the circle. Here comes the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Down she goes a swinging. And with that, there's out number 1 of this top of the 6th inning. Is now up to bat. Here comes Tatum Krikak. She grounded out in her first plate appearance, then doubled into the gap in left center field in her last plate appearance, scoring a run for Hastings St. Cecilia. But there's one down here in this top of the 6th. McIntyre will fire away into Krikak. This here for the first time today. She swings and misses. Behind on that swing, it's now 0-1 the count. 4 runs on 8 hits, no errors for the side of Hastings St. Cecilia. 2 runs on 7 hits, 2 errors for North Platte High School as Bedlin fires away the 0-1 pitch. That one's right down the middle there. Strike number 2. Sienna McIntyre is on point yet again here for North Platte, even coming in without really any warm-ups. As here we go. 0-2 the count, nobody on and 1 out. McIntyre delivers. Absolutely smoked high into the sky. Bedlin's going to get under it, and she'll glove it for out number 1. I mean, that is some lucky win there, because without that win, that ball might have gone the distance as Krikak gets down with a fly out to deep left field. And with that, there are 2 down now in this top of the 6th inning for Kyler Widener. Doubled and singled in her first 2 plate appearances, but did strike out in her last plate appearance against Sienna McIntyre. Now looking to get on base here with 2 down. And nobody on as she fouls that one off for strike number 1. It's 0-1 the count now. Again, Bulldogs will have a day off tomorrow before they're back home for senior night against Lincoln Southeast in a doubleheader. Getting at 5 o'clock as McIntyre gets the sign in from Evan Hutchinson and now will deliver in her 0-1 pitch. Slowly tapped, picked up by McIntyre, but the throw on over to first won't be in time. It's going to go over the head of Chloe Bearkiller, and it's going to skirt all the way down the foul line. And with that, making her way to third as Kyler Widener gets on with the single after a light tap, but makes her way all the way to the third following the error.
Infield hit, advances to the third on the throwing error.
And now another run is in scoring position for Hastings St. Cecilia. As well, the new hitter, it's not Izzy Coles is up to bat. It's going to be Anna Stritt.
Number 24, Anna Stritt.
Will be the batter for Hastings St. Cecilia, again with Kyler Widener on over at third base and 2 down in this top of the 6th inning. Slowly grounded on over to Dybert, who throws it on over to first, so that error might have costed the Bulldogs to get Widener to third, but another easy ground out, and that's how this inning will come to an end. We're going to make our way now to the bottom of the 6th inning. We come back here, FM 98.1, AM 1410, and video live streaming sponsored by Allo Communications, NorthPlattePost.com.
Get the results you need with Red Willow Chemical. Whether you're looking for generic or name brand chemicals and fertilizer, they got you covered. And with their bulk options and delivery and aerial application services, you can save time and get the job done right. Their experienced staff is here to help you tailor a plan that fits your specific needs so you can trust them to deliver. Don't wait. Visit Red Willow Chemical today and see the difference quality products and personalized service can make. Contact them now.
Growing relationships one crop at a time. Red Willow Chemical.
After I drop the kids off, I have to run across town for a meeting, hit the gym during lunch. Jake has soccer tonight, and Emily has gymnastics? Oh, did I turn on the crock pot this morning?
With a never-ending to-do list, it's easy to forget something important, like setting up a life insurance plan with Shelter Insurance. Your local Shelter agent can show you how to create a safety net for your family. Shelter Life Insurance Company, Columbia, Missouri.
Find me, Brent Rogo, at 502 East Francis.
North Platte Post Sports.
6.
Welcome back
The
here
third
to
baseman, number
the
30,
bottom of the
Katie
6th
Titus.
inning. Bulldogs still trailing in this one, 4-2-2 with Katie Titus now up to bat again. Came in to take over in terms of substitution-wise for Sienna McIntyre at third, and now takes over the hitting spot for Skylar Bella as that first pitch from Avery Russo is outside. Ball number 1, our half-inning break is brought to you in part by Kevin McGann and the Fortify Group. You can check out Kevin McGann and the Fortify Group at his new location. 621 South Dewey, Sweet B. It's now a 2-0 count into Katie Titus. Also thanking to our sponsors, Another Round / Rivers Edge Golf Course. Good times, great food, drinks, and sports. Another Round Sports Bar at the Rivers Edge Golf Course. Come have another round with them. 2-0 the count into Katie Titus as Russo delivers. Swung on and missed by Titus for strike number 1. 2-1 the count now, again, bottom of the 6th inning. North Platte running out of time to tie this game up, currently trailing 4-2. As Russo fires, fouled off the bat of Titus, it's now 2-2. 4 runs on 8 hits, no errors for Hastings St. Cecilia. 2 runs on 7 hits, 3 errors for North Platte High School. Again, out of those 3 errors, only one of them resulted in a run coming across, so a little lucky for North Platte. 2-2, slowly chipped on over to the second baseman. Krikak on to first, just barely in time.
Titus grounded
That
up to
throw
the
gets there.
shortstop,
Titus,
number 1.
oh, so close, maybe just a few centimeters away from getting on base, but she'll go down with the ground out.
3, Sienna McIntyre.
As now here comes Sienna McIntyre up to bat. She's 0 for 2 today with 2 ground outs, 1 to Krikak in her last plate appearance, and the first one to Avery Kissinger. And now, see if she can turn the tides here again with North Platte at the moment trailing 4-2. Following McIntyre, Heaven Hutchinson, and then Chloe Bearkiller. As Russo gets the sign from the dugout and is now ready to rock and roll against McIntyre. That one really tight inside, but it's going to find its way in for strike number 1. 0-1 the count now to Sienna McIntyre. As here comes that pitch. Way outside. There's ball number 1. It's 1-1 the count now. Nobody on and 1 down here in this bottom of the 6th inning. As Audrey Russo delivers the 1-1 pitch. That one going to be fouled off the bat of McIntyre. It's 1-2 the count now. 1 out here, bottom of the 6th inning, and North Platte running out of outs. At the moment, have 8 left. As Russo will now deliver her 1-2 pitch. Way down and outside. Was hoping McIntyre would swing, but she didn't fall for it, and it's now 2-2 the count. Again, on deck, Heaven Hutchinson hit that home run in her last plate appearance, and then Chloe Bearkiller for North Platte. This part of the order has today been the best part of the order for the Bulldogs, where they've gotten a collection of hits. As now it's a 2-2 count. Here comes Russo's pitch. Slowly fouled down the third base side, so we'll still say it 2-2. Yeah, again, this part of the order for North Platte, Hutchinson and Chloe Bearkiller down to Shannon and Harmon have gotten a good pair of offense. today, of course, capped off by Heaven Hutchinson's home run, her last at-bat, to help get the game closer. It was a 1-run following that home run, but another run came across. It's now 4-2. That one just barely foul tip off of Sienna McIntyre, but also hit the fingers of Abby Musalik, but she's good to go, it looks like. Still 2-2 with one out. As McIntyre trying to dial in. The 2-2. Swung on and missed. She was way in front of it, and with that, out number 2 on the strike count.
McIntyre strikes out for out number 2.
And with that up to bat comes Heaven Hutchinson.
Number 1. Heaven Hutchinson.
Grounded out in her first plate appearance to Audrey Russo, but hit a home run to right field over Grace Ganatra. And now she's going to need to do it, hopefully do it again right here with 2 down. Basically the same situation. 2 outs, nobody on, trailing by 2. Hutchinson would love to at least bring that lead down to 1 with another home run. Off speed is way upstairs. Ball number 1. It's currently sitting at a 1-0 count to the catcher, Heaven Hutchinson. Chloe Bearkiller on deck with Emma Shannon in the hole for the Bulldogs. Here comes the 1-0 from Russo. That one going to sneak its way in for strike number 1. It's 1-1 the count now to Hutchinson. So far on the season, the home run numbers for the Bulldogs have not been, of course, like they used to be with Tatum Montalongo on the team, but there's been a good fair share for North Platte High School. Currently sitting at 5. Well, 6 today as I was slowly grounded on over to Kissinger and then on over to first for out number 3. And that is how the bottom of the 6 will come to an end. 1, 2, 3 for North Platte in their offensive bottom of the 6. We're now going to make our way now to the top of the 7th inning, the last inning of play for either side. When we come back here, FM 98.1, AM 1410, and of course video live streaming sponsored by Allo Communications, NorthPlattePost.com.
Are you in the market for a new or pre-owned car, truck, or SUV? Look no further than Bill Summers Ford Honda Nissan Lincoln for your next vehicle. Look online 24/7 at BillSummers.com. Bill Summers is Western Nebraska's leasing headquarters, and they have aggressive financing to get you into the vehicle you've been dreaming of. Check out all the inventory at BillSummers.com anytime. Bill Summers Ford Honda Nissan Lincoln, where families are our business. Highway 83 and Walker Road in North Platte, and online 24/7 at BillSummers.com.
PuroClean of North Platte delivers fast water, mold, and fire damage restoration services to the North Platte area. PuroClean knows how challenging those times can be to you and to your family. Their Nebraska-based experts have a winning, reliable combination of training and equipment partnerships. Local, fast service in the North Platte area. Their average on-site time is 60 minutes, and they'll coordinate with your local insurance provider. Give PuroClean a call now at 1-800-775-7876 and schedule a visit from a member of the team at PuroClean in North Platte.
North Platte Post Sports. Sports.
Welcome back here to the top of the 7th inning, everybody. We're in the do-or-die inning for North Platte High School. Currently, at the moment, they're trailing 4-2 to Hastings St. Cecilia. 4 runs on 8 hits. No errors. It's going to be 9 hits, for the side of the Blue Hawks compared to the North Platte High School's 2 runs on 7 hits and 3 errors, though. The 3 errors, only one of them resulted in a run being scored, so it's not the end of the world. As now up to bat here for the side of Hastings St. Cecilia, Paisley Mangers. She doubled in her last plate appearance, then singled in her first 2. She's 3 for 3 today. One of the worst people you can see if you're a Bulldogs fan at the moment, as she's having a very, very strong day for Hastings St. Cecilia. That first pitch from Sienna McIntyre's in there for strike number 1. Wow, one's tight inside. Ball number 1. And you know what? I'm going to say it right here. I've yet to see somebody get hit by a pitch this ball game. Well, everybody's knocked on wood right now. 1-1 the count from McIntyre. As here it comes. Wow, that one's way upstairs. Ball 2. It's 2-1 the count now. Just want to let you know, if you're all having struggling breathing like I am today, there's an air quality warning. Can you believe that? I didn't even notice that. Maybe that's just how non-existent I am in this world. That one is swung on in, missed by Mangers for strike number 2. It's 2-2 the count now. Yeah, I didn't know there was an air quality warning today. You know, that just tells you how aware I am of my surroundings sometimes. 2-2, nobody out, nobody on top of the 7th inning. Sienna McIntyre delivers. Oh, foot at the knees, but too low. Ball number 3. It's now full count, 3-2. Again, McIntyre nor Skylar Bedlin have walked to batter today. So, McIntyre looking to avoid that. The 3-2. Wow, absolutely smoked into sky-high territory, but Bedlin's running under it. She keeps running, and then she drops the base softball again. That's now 2 times today that the softball has just, unfortunately, just been falling out of the gloves of North Platte High School. That's now the second time. It was Kate Titus last inning, and then this inning it was Skylar Bedlin out in left field as Mangers gets on, but we now have a courtesy runner for the side of Hastings St. Cecilia. It's going to be number 7. I believe that's going to be Chloe Russo. It is Chloe Russo.
Running for the Blue Hawks is number 7.
As now here comes Abby Musalik up to bat. She's 1 for 3 today. Errored in her first plate appearance. Reached on an error in her first plate appearance. Singled in her second, then flew out to Sienna McIntyre in her third. Swung on, slow, grounded to Dybert. On to second. The throw to first won't not be in time. But they will get the easy out on over at second. Well, I'll say the easy out on over at second, but
Ross was out on the fielder's choice.
as reaching on the fielder's choice there was Musalik. As again, the throw from Dybert to Macy Freeze got in time, but
right fielder number 25, Grace Ganatra.
Now it's Grace Ganatra up to bat. She's grounded out in every single plate appearance today, the right side of the infield. Has the runner, was going to say Musalik on over at first, but I believe that's going to be a courtesy runner, Tatum Hawkinson. As a throw on over to first, we'll get Hawkinson back. So gone over, again, still hitting or quote-unquote bunting is Grace Ganatra because Hawkinson's on over at first. Ganatra take the pitch in for McIntyre. Swing and a miss. Strike number 2 to Ganatra. Hawkinson on over at first. There's one down here in this top of the 7th inning. Bulldogs trailing 4-2. As here comes that 0-2. Popped up. Drifted on over to center field. Jaylee Comer gets there, gloves it. She's going to throw it over to first. That's maybe. Oh, it bounces right past Chloe Bearkiller as Hutchinson tries to gun it down on over to second, but won't be able to do so. Another missed opportunity for North Platte in terms of getting an out from a runner being out of position, but either which way.
Brings up the pitcher, number 44, Audrey Rousseau.
On over to second. As up goes Tatum Hawkinson, so Ganatra goes down. That brings up Audrey Russo now to bat with 2 down here in this top of the 2nd inning. She has grounded out twice in her plate appearances, but did reach on an error in her last at-bat. Bulldogs up to, again, 4 errors so far in this ballgame. That pitch is in there, strike number 1. Very uncharacteristic light of this Bulldog squad. Very solid on the defensive side. I haven't really seen them commit many errors. Today, though, committing a plenty. Only one of them, though, costing them a run. The other 3, not so much. The 0-1. Oh, my gosh. Smoke to left field. But it's going to fall foul. Whoo, baby. Audrey Russo absolutely clustered a nuclear bomb on out to left field, and just the wind, thank heavens, not blowing as hard as it once was, kept it foul. It's now 0-2 the count now with a runner on over at second base. The pitch, woo, way upstairs. It's going to be way outside the reach of Heaven Hutchinson. Because of that, Tatum Hawkinson will reach on the wild pitch. With that, it's 1 ball and 2 strikes into Audrey Russo. Following Russo, Avery Kissinger, and then Emery Vargas. The side of Hastings St. Cecilia. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Popped up, sky high into the air as Macy Freeze runs under it and will glove it for the final out of this top of the seventh for North Platte High School. We're making our way to the bottom of the seventh inning. Last opportunity for the Bulldogs, and we come back here on FM 98.1, AM 1410, of course, video live streaming, sponsored by Allo Communications, NorthPlattePost.com.
After I drop the kids off, I have to run across town for a meeting, hit the gym during lunch. Jake has soccer tonight, and Emily has gymnastics? Oh, did I turn on the crock pot this morning?
With a never-ending to-do list, it's easy to forget something important, like setting up a life insurance plan with Shelter Insurance. Your local Shelter agent can show you how to create a safety net for your family. Shelter Life Insurance Company, Columbia, Missouri.
See me, Pete Volz, at 501 South Jeffers for a free insurance review.
The DNN Event Center wishes everyone a great school year. Fall can mean weather changes and canceled practices. The DNN offers hourly rentals for all types of sports practices, including turf, courts, batting cages, and equipment usage. Watch Facebook for CYS League information to get your 3rd through 6th grader registered for football, volleyball, basketball, and wrestling for the 2023-2024 season. Call the DNN Event Center to schedule your team's practice times and for more league information.
North Platte Post Sports.
Welcome back here to the Dowhauer Sports Complex here in this bottom of the 7th inning, the last half inning of play for North Platte High School. In our half inning breaks brought to you in part by Kevin McGann and the Fortify Group. You can check out Kevin McGann and the Fortify Group. His new location, 621 South Dewey, Suite B. As here comes a Chloe Bear Killer up to bat today. Gotten 2 hits. Now looking for her 3rd here against Chloe Russo as she misses for strike number 1. It's 0-1 the count now. Again, thank you to our half-inning break sponsor, again, Kevin McGann, the Fortify Group, and our premier video sponsor, Allo Communications. Allo has packages that let you experience fast, reliable fiber internet, fiber TV, fiber phone, and Allo Communications at allofiber.com. 1-1 the count now to Chloe Bear Killer as Chloe Russo will now deliver that 1-1 count. Swung on, and it's going to get gloved up, though, by Kissinger on to first, and there's one down here in this bottom of the 7th inning as no more 3 hits dream for Chloe Bear. Killer is now up to bat for the side of North Platte High School. Isabella Gerard now up to bat for the Bulldogs here. Pinch hitting, looking to get on, at least give North Platte an opportunity to get close to tying this game up. And trailing by 2, 4-2. One down here, bottom of the 7th inning. Audrey Russo fires. That one driven is going to be looped up and gloved up by Avery Kissinger. 1 pitch, 1 hit, 1 out, and now there are 2 down here in this bottom of the 7th inning. And here comes Ella Harmon. She's 1 for 2 today, singled in her first plate appearance, but unfortunately flew out in her second to Tatum Krikak. And essentially she is the last out of this ballgame for North Platte, trailing by 2. 4 runs, 9 hits, no errors for Hastings St. Cecilia. 4 runs, 2 hits. 2 runs, 7 hits, 4 errors for North Platte High School as Harmon is going to check swing and pitch will be outside. Ball number 1 to Ella Harmon. Audrey Russo will go the full game today. 81 total pitches so far, 55 strikes and 26 balls. Good performance for her. Whoa, way upstairs, almost hitting Harmon, but that's ball number 2. So with that, 2-0 the count now to the right fielder, Ella Harmon. Bulldogs trailing by 2, 4-2. The pitch. It will slide its way in for strike number 1. 2-1 the count now. Following Harmon, Brooklyn Dybert, then Jaylee Comer for the Bulldogs. Russo glances at at the dugout. Now gets the sign. Here it comes. The 2-1 pitch. That one, gloved up for Avery Kissinger. 3 outs that went to Avery Kissinger. And with that, Hastings St. Cecilia picks up another victory. They are now 9-3 on the season. North Platte High School now moving to 5-7 on the year. following the loss here today. Bulldogs had some opportunities to get some runs to come across and I would say put up a fight, but actually equalize against Hastings St. Cecilia, but the errors sort of led them to some interesting situations where they just couldn't overcome those issues, and with that they fall 4-2. 4 runs on 9 hits, no errors, 8 left stranded for Hastings St. Cecilia. 2 runs, 7 hits, 4 errors for North Platte High School. They left 4 stranded. We'll step aside and take a break. When we come back, it'll be our quick stop post-game coverage right here, FM 98.1, AM 1410. Of course, video live streaming sponsored by Allo Communications, NorthPlattePost.com.
Sandhills State Bank is a bank for Sandhillers. Families, entrepreneurs, teachers, nonprofits, farmers, nurses, contractors, ranchers, stylists, artists, retailers, professionals, outfitters, restaurateurs, mechanics. It takes all of us to make the Sandhills prosper, and Sandhills State Bank is here to help. Open an account today at sandhillstate.com/open or visit one of our 10 locations across the Sandhills to start growing the Sandhills together. Sandhills State Bank, member FDIC.
Great Plains Health Orthopedics in North Platte is ready to serve you with board-certified orthopedic surgeons and a team of medical professionals who specialize in hip, knee, and shoulder joint replacements and revisions, minor to complex hand injuries, sports medicine for both the serious athlete and the weekend warrior, new and innovative operative and non-operative procedures, and work-related injuries. Same-week appointments are available. Call Great Plains Health Orthopedics today.
Your health is our mission. Great Plains Health.
I'm Jared Remus with Jerry Remus Chevrolet of North Platte. The Bulldogs play here on FM 98.1 and 1410 AM KOOQ AM North Platte. We've got the keys to your new car.
Are you tired of lousy internet and faceless customer service? It's time to experience local, honest, hassle-free, and exceptional. That's the Allo promise. We not only provide crazy fast fiber internet, crystal clear TV, and dependable phone service, but we choose to become a part of the communities we serve and love when everyone calls or stops by our store to say Allo. So don't settle for mediocre, settle for exceptional with Allo. Visit us at allofiber.com/local.
It's football and volleyball season, and it's time to enjoy it while eating the best pizza and wings at Dave's Place.
Dave's Place is your fall sports headquarters with the biggest games on the TVs, the freshest pizza, and all new drink specials, including, you guessed it, the Whoop Whoop
Dave's Place on East 4th Street in North Platte.
Dine in, carry out, DoorDash, or online at davesplacenp.com. Beginning September 10th, Dave's Place will open Sundays at 11 o'clock. Whoop, whoop.
It's the Quick Stop post-game wrap-up. Quick Stop never closes, with 24 locations open 24 hours a day.
Welcome back here to the Dowhauer Sporting Complex. Bulldogs unfortunately fall in this single game against Hastings St. Cecilia 4-2. 4 runs on 9 hits, no errors with 8 left stranded for the Blue Hawks. 2 runs, 7 hits, 4 errors for North Platte with 4 left stranded for the Bulldogs here today. Here, Quick Stop post-game show. 27 locations open 24 hours a day. Quick Stop always open right around the corner. This game's tough to describe because the Bulldogs have had situations where they had runners in the perfect position, all set up ready to rock and roll to potentially bring home a run and at least either tie the game or bring it within 1, but they just unfortunately had the case in softball and baseball where the hits just didn't culminate into those runs coming home. The last couple of games, the Bulldogs, who are currently on 4-game winning streak at the moment, had gotten those runs to come across with ease, really, in terms of the ability to get runners on and then bring them home with a hit or a bunt or any other type of means to get there. But tonight, that all kind of wore out here against the side of Hastings St. Cecilia, and that is why they fell in this one 4-2. The 4 errors also don't help at the moment when you look at the score sheet, but in terms of actuality, only one of those errors actually culminated in a run for the side of Hastings St. Cecilia. The other 2 errors really just resulted in errors that got a runner on the base pad. So you can look at those 4 errors, and while I do agree that they were not what you want to see when it comes to softball. You hate seeing errors on the score sheet. None of them, only one of them, really culminated in damage being done because of that mistake. Other than that, those errors were just errors that led a runner on. But other than that, it was a 4-2 victory. And one positive that did come about, once again, the pitching did look very good from the side of North Platte High School. Sienna McIntyre came in for Skylar Bedlin, who only gave up 3 earned runs today. I think, again, another great performance. That's what I keep talking about with this Bulldog squad. If they can keep it under a certain margin throughout this ball game in certain sections of it, I think they have a really good chance with the way this offense has been playing lately, that they don't have to worry about some of those runs being given up. 3, perfectly okay with that. 4, that's really good. I think in the day of the softball era where lots of these teams are very high-scoring offenses, giving up 4 total runs through the 7 innings, I think is just where you need to, where it's just perfect. Gave up 4 last week against Grand Island Central Catholic, beat them 9-4, and then tonight had the chances and the opportunities to, take advantage of these limited amount of runs being given up to the Blue Hawks, but the offense just couldn't pull through like it had in the last 4 games, and with that, Bulldogs now fall to 5-8 on this season. Hastings St. Cecilia now moving to 9-3. Quick Stop post-game show, again, 27 locations open 24 hours a day. Quick Stop always open right around the corner. We'll step aside and take a break. When we come back here, we'll give our final wrap-ups as well as our Ameriprise Financial Money Player of the Game right here at FM 98.1, AM 1410, a video live streaming sponsored by Allo Communications, NorthPlattePost.com.
Start your day with gourmet coffee with Quick Stop's 100% Arabica house blend and Quick Stop's Seattle Buzz coffees. Quick Stop Rewards offering exclusive discounts and fuel rollbacks. Savings up to 15 cents per gallon with Sinclair Dino Pay using your debit or credit card. Quick Stop can refresh with Frazzle Gourmet Slushes and For Real Shakes and Smoothies. Or customize your favorite fountain drink with flavor shots and everyday low prices on your favorite beers.
Your health is nothing to fool with. That's why when supplies are important, you should trust no one but the best. Great Plains Home Care Equipment features full home care outfits. All of the items you or your loved one will need for rehabilitation, including oxygen and respiratory equipment, whether it's for staying at home or for moving around. Great Plains Home Care Equipment, 600 East Francis Street, Suite 6 in North Platte.
Your health is our mission. Great Plains Health.
Are you ready to unlock the door to your dream home? Look no further than Gateway Realty, your key to a new chapter of home ownership. What better way to welcome the fall season than by stepping to a brand new home? At Gateway Realty, we're dedicated to helping you find the perfect place to call your own. Our team of experienced real estate professionals are here to guide you through every step of the process. From searching listings to negotiating deals, we're with you from beginning to end, making your journey as smooth as possible. Open the door to your future with Gateway Realty. Your journey home begins here.
The DNN Event Center wishes everyone a great school year. Fall can mean weather changes and canceled practices. The DNN offers hourly rentals for all types of sports practices, including turf, courts, batting cages, and equipment usage. Watch Facebook for CYS League information to get your 3rd through 6th grader registered for football, volleyball, basketball, and wrestling for the 2023-2024 season. Call the DNN Event Center to schedule your team's practice times and for more league information.
It's the Quick Stop post-game wrap-up. Quick Stop never closes, with 24 locations open 24 hours a day.
Welcome back here to the Dowhauer Sporting Complex. Bulldogs unfortunately fall in this game against Hastings St. Cecilia 4-2. Again, our Ameriprise Financial Money Player of the Game. How about give it to Chloe Bear Killer today? Can you believe that? 2 hits today. Don't look at me like that. Don't look at me like that. 2 hits today as well. Almost got her 3rd hit. Just barely couldn't get it past Avery Kissinger's glove. I think not only were the plays at first from Chloe Bearkiller really key, especially on one of those bunt attempts, and the opportunities to present maybe an easy pickoff play at first base really presented why I think Chloe Bearkiller should have gotten, and she will get today's Ameriprise Financial Money Player of the Game. And Money Matters, talk to Marshall Doty, Mark Tillman, and Jacob White, financial advisors with CIO Wealth Strategies, a private wealth advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services, LLC in North Platte, Nebraska. Talk to them about all your professional financial service needs. Ameriprise Financial Services, LLC, member FINRA and SIPC. Our final box score today is 4-2. 4 runs on 9 hits, no errors for Hastings St. Cecilia. 2 runs on 7 hits and 4 errors for North Platte High School. The box score is sponsored by Eeks Office. For copies, furniture, or janitorial supplies, think Eeks. Visit Eeks.com. That'll do it here for me today. I'll see you all tomorrow and Thursday. Tomorrow, I'll be at the college for North Platte Community College, taking on McCook Community College. The rivalry game between these two teams still lives on. That will begin at 6 o'clock Central Time. Then I'll be here on Thursday for some volleyball action for North Platte High Volleyball. No football this week since they're on their bye. They'll be back next week on the road to Columbus. That'll do it here for me today. I'll see you all tomorrow for more sports action.
After I drop the kids off, I have to run across town for a meeting, hit the gym during lunch. Jake has soccer tonight, and Emily has gymnastics? Oh, did I turn on the crock pot this morning?
With a never-ending to-do list, it's easy to forget something important, like setting up a life insurance plan with Shelter Insurance. Your local shelter agent can show you how to create a safety net for your family. Shelter